Bitcoin down 13% today, dipping below 23,000.
Wake up
Bitcoin dropping further today, briefly falling below 20,000.
All we have to fear is fear itself.
There's been a lot of anger and confusion inside of the Helium community, so the question comes up, is Helium still a good project? Is it still worth it? If you ordered a Helium miner and you have not received it, should you cancel that or should you keep it? And if you even have a Helium miner, should you still consider upgrading or even just participating in building the network? There's been a lot of confusion and people talking about Helium is going to pull back on the rewards that go to the IoT side, the LoRa side, and then it's going to get all pushed over to the 5G side. It didn't really sound like something Helium would do. So I dug deep to find out what's actually going on and what is Helium doing with all the miners that we have already. Just by looking at the Explorer page on helium.com, there's over 49,000 hotspots being added on the 30-day trend. That might actually sound like a lot, but recently we've seen 70 to 80,000 hotspots being added on the network. So there is a decrease in the rate of these miners being added to the network. This definitely has to do with the hype kind of dying off and people contributing to all of the fear that is going on with the Helium network. So if you go to helium.com and click on chapter 2, you'll land on this page that says network of networks. A few days ago, if you were to scroll down this page like this, there was actually a pie chart right here stating that LoRa would receive 1.2% of the rewards. 1.2% basically means that you're not going to be making any HNT anymore with the Helium hotspots. But that's actually not what they meant to say. It was a complete misinterpretation. Now this caused such a devastation and confusion inside of the community that Amir Helium has just recently gone over that. Now here's a clip of him clearing that up for us.
I think one thing I really wanted to make sure to get across was that IoT doesn't go away for us. Like, we haven't forgotten about LoRaWAN. It's taken me a decade basically to get to this point of having what I think an actually useful, ubiquitous IoT network. We have no intention of leaving it behind, and I wanted to make sure to say that because I know a lot of people are concerned about that with all the discussion that's been going on. I wanted to just make sure to talk about this for a second and just be clear that we are not leaving LoRaWAN behind. We don't expect it to disappear. We're very focused on it. I'm very excited by it. I'm still it's still the baby for me, right? We're not abandoning it in any way.
So all this confusion came from HIP 51, HIP standing for Helium Improvement Proposal Process. So what is HIP 51?
HIP 51 is a proposal that suggested a way of adding more network protocols to Helium, right? So it wasn't just an IoT network, it was potentially an IoT network and a cellular network and a VPN network and a Wi-Fi network and any kind of network. We were trying to figure out how to involve other protocols in the network without them cannibalizing each other too much. A network of networks, right? And the idea here is that we want to figure out how to grow the pie, basically, right? The initial thing we did was we had this pie chart on the website, and everyone went nuts about it because apparently everyone thinks that LoRa is going to get 1.2% of the rewards. It's not. We changed it now. It's a picture of a small moon and a big moon. Thought maybe that was a better way of trying to get the point across. But the idea here isn't to try and create fixed slices for different protocols. That's not the idea. The idea is, how do you allow multiple networks to live in harmony with each other and add value to HNT? So at the start, obviously the LoRaWAN network is enormous. It's 850,000 hotspots. The 5G network is tiny. I think it's 2,000 or 3,000 hotspots, right? So something like 95, 96, 97% of the rewards in the network will still be going towards LoRaWAN until those numbers start to change.
Now, what you just saw here, guys, was the event that happened in Austin, Texas. I recommend you go watch that video entirely if you really are interested in the Helium network. It is a lengthy video. It is about 7 hours long. But if you really want to know what the minds are thinking outside of Helium, as far as the clients and the user base, go watch that video and see how they see Helium growing in the future. Now, guys, this video was made so that we can clear up the negativity in the air and to answer any questions if you guys had any doubts about continuing to build, or maybe even if this was still worth it. So the rewards from Helium, from the IoT side, from the miners that already exist, are not disappearing. Now, guys, if this video helped out, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, which I do appreciate that a lot. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you guys next time.